Hi everyone, my name is Callie Williams. I study at NSCC Akerley campus. This is CELPS 2025 International Travel Vlog. What skills have I gained through this experience which will help me to be successful in career and academic goals? Throughout this experience, I gained as well as heightened a plethora of skills. This program emphasizes leadership skills which I was truly able to advance and exhibit during this experience. Thankfully, because I was blessed with the opportunity to participate in CELPS 2024, I had an idea of how the program would run and the opportunity to mentor my peers. Throughout this international learning experience, I also developed my cross-cultural communication skills. We had the opportunity to spend a great amount of time with the T.A. Mary Show Community College, TAMCC, students, and staff, allowing us plenty of time to fortify a lasting connection. I also feel as though I had a great opportunity to expand my professional skills through the presentation we created and shared with the TAMCC team. My role throughout the presentation was sharing the history of African Nova Scotians, which I am extremely passionate about and was extremely honored to have that responsibility. Upon completing my educational career, I hope to open an Afrocentric academic institution. Through having the opportunity to visit TAMCC, it empowered me as well as physically represented that my dream can become a reality. And I may even have an awesome partnership to look forward to with not only TAMCC, but NSCC as well. It surprised me as very similar or different than Nova Scotia. I was surprised to learn that both Grenada and Nova Scotia were colonized by the French and British, who fought over the land for quite some time with lasting cultural remnants of both. This includes, but isn't limited to, their architecture, language/terminology, and history with the transatlantic slave trade were all extremely similar. Here, African Nova Scotians used the term cornrows, while our Grenadian brothers and sisters used the term cane rows. Noting the differences in the goods our ancestors were forced to farm, we knew many of the songs the Grenadian students shared with us and even have very similar cultural dishes. Grenada's national dish, Old Down, is extremely similar to African Nova Scotians' boiled dinner. I found many more similarities than differences, which allowed me to adapt quickly and successfully. One of the major differences is the passionate carnivals and other events used to celebrate Grenada's African ancestors. I find myself as an African Nova Scotian, it can be extremely difficult to see our culture expressed and celebrated throughout the streets in our city, province, or country. We are often ignored and dismissed, being in a predominantly white society that has oppressed us since our ancestors were invited here. Being in Grenada, it seemed to be like what I imagined what Nova Scotia would look like if all 52 historic communities were established side by side. One of the teachers at TAMCC reminded me so much of my grandfather, it was just as if he had accompanied us. How has participating in this opportunity changed me personally and professionally? Participating in this opportunity has changed me drastically as a professional through providing me with the opportunity to expand on my cross-cultural communication skills. My leadership skills have also grown exceedingly, as I was the only student in the group whom had prior experience participating in an NSCC international learning experience, specifically CELPS 2024. My peers truly looked to me for my guidance, which I was eager to offer, and they were able to rely on my prior knowledge. Throughout this opportunity, I was also provided with the ability to expand upon my public speaking and presentation skills. Many Grenadians had questions about African Nova Scotian history, which I've studied intensely independently over the last 7 years. This learning experience additionally allowed me to further my interpersonal communication skills. While we did lots of in-person discussions, we still relied heavily on digital communication, such as PowerPoint, email, WhatsApp, and phone calls. Walking away from this experience, I feel more confident in myself and my identity as an African Nova Scotian. The ways in which this opportunity has changed me personally are almost too great to be expressed through words. This program provided an extremely refreshing and much-needed authentic cultural exchange. I had the ability to connect with my NSCC peers and form friendships we've brought back home. In Grenada, I now have a large group of friends excitedly awaiting our return that go hand in hand with collegiate connections I hope to have for life. As an ECE student, my thought process and imagination have been ignited with new thoughts and ideas, accompanied with being a spoken word artist and blooming photographer. Grenada has marked the beginning of a new chapter in my artistic creations. I have found a new home.